Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. This is the newspaper show and I'm Hina Gambhir. Let's get started and tell you what's making headlines as far as the Times of India this morning is concerned. And the big story that the Times of India this morning is leading with is what is happening about Rajasthan's political crisis. Rajasthan Chief Minister is firm on July 31st. Session says governor's advice is not binding. Setting agenda right of House panel. This is what the government has said. Adamant about his stand on convening the Rajasthan Assembly session from 31st of July, the Ashok Gehlot government on Tuesday sent yet another proposal, its third since July 23rd, to Governor Kalraj Mishra, who a day earlier had advised the government to follow 3 points, including serving a 21-day notice to the legislators before calling the session. So we'll see how the governor will have to respond to this third proposal that has been sent by Ashok Gehlot government to the Governor Kalraj Mishra. Apart from this, Mayawati, BSP Supremo, has said that she will be taking Congress party to Supreme Court over her MLAs. Remember, 6 of her MLAs in Rajasthan got themselves merged into the Congress party, and that's something that Mayawati is now challenging. Apart from this, COVID tally has crossed 15 lakh. This after adding the number of COVID cases that we got from different states as well after the number came out yesterday morning, and now today we are going to see this big number being achieved as well. Record 781 fatalities happened only in one day. 49,000 new cases. Andhra count exceeds Maharashtra. So Andhra is now becoming the new hotspot, something that the government should now be worried about. Then cities fail to heed others' mistakes throughout the crisis. Cities have refused to learn from each other's mistakes, be they about arranging beds and ventilators or capping hospital charges. Many patients have died as each city repeats others' errors. Apart from this, ICMR told to check rapid test accuracy. The centre has asked ICMR to evaluate the accuracy of rapid antigen testing. If there are concerns, they need redressal. Then Delhi cabinet has rejected police lawyers for riots, anti-CA protest cases. It's LG versus the AAP government over that matter. Row over Delhi police's proposal to appoint 6 lawyers as special public prosecutors, triggering Aam Aadmi Party government and LG face-off once again. NIA has arrested DU professor for role in Elgar Parishad case. And then in the Supreme Court, Tripura wants to reappoint 10,000 teachers as peons and cooks. The Tripura government on Tuesday sought the Supreme Court's permission to reappoint more than 10,000 teachers. Their appointments had been quashed on court orders as peons, guards, gardeners, cooks, day guards, horticulture workers, Anganwadi supervisors, lower division clerks and fishery assistants. Then government in Supreme Court has said that Parliament building faces fire, other safety issues. The government has filed an affidavit before Supreme Court on Tuesday saying that nearly 100-year-old Parliament building was showing signs of distress and faced safety issues, including serious fire hazard, which necessitated construction of a modern building under the Central Vista project. Then centre has been asked to clarify stand as far as the issue of 4G case in Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. A study has suggested that Delhiites lose 9 years life due to pollution. So pollution is choking the life of people living in Delhi. Corbett tops in tiger count, MP pips Karnataka. Then work in crisis sector, you are in demand. If you have worked in sectors like automobiles, aviation and hospitality that have seen huge disruptions during COVID war, your CVs are in demand. This is what Namrata Singh has reported. Talent that can work under pressure with resilience and enable such transactions are in demand. Clarion Partners managing partner Jyoti Bovinath said a cement major looking to recruit CXO level. So the suggestion is that perhaps demand is now coming back as far as the job market is concerned. Railways freight loading back at year-ago level. Prime Minister Modi to talk credit flow with various chiefs of banks and NBFCs. Cabinet may clear the education policy today. The draft new education policy said to be placed before the cabinet today would allow global universities to set up campuses in India. It seeks to overhaul the regulatory system in higher education and suggests that standalone tech institutions become multidisciplinary. Then 38,000 Desis got Australian citizenship in 1 year. India 7th on spammer list. The 2 internet users, one in Mumbai, another in Ghaziabad, have largely made India world's Seventh biggest spammer, up 3 places since the start of July. 7.8 billion spam emails sent from the country in the past 24 hours. Lastly, Rhea booked for abetting Sushant's suicide. We'll get you more details on this one in just a bit. Let's see what's making headlines as far as the Navbharat Times now is concerned. और यहाँ पर जो पहली खबर है वो राजस्थान से जुड़ी हुई है। गहलोत 31 जुलाई से सेशन चाहते हैं। गवर्नर को उन्होंने फिर से जो है एक प्रस्ताव भेज दिया है। राज्यपाल के रुख का है इंतजार। सियासी रण में उतरी प्रियंका और मायावती। राजस्थान के रण में बीएसपी और कांग्रेस के बीच मंगलवार को मोर्चा खुला। गहलोत सरकार के खिलाफ व्हिप जारी करने के लिए प्रियंका ने बीएसपी को बीजेपी की घोषित प्रवक्ता बताया। इसके अलावा कोरोना की रफ्तार भारत में है सबसे तेज। कुल केस 15 लाख के पार। एक हफ्ते में 20% मरीज जो हैं वो आए हैं। सरकार ने माना 10 करोड़ जॉब पर खतरा है। चीफ मिनिस्टर जो दिल्ली के हैं अरविंद केजरीवाल, उन्होंने कहा है कि एलएनजेपी में सोमवार को कोई भी मौत नहीं हुई। इसके अलावा आज आ रहा है राफेल, हवा में भरा तेल। इस पर आपको हम ज्यादा जानकारी देंगे अभी। और साथ ही 5 अगस्त को अयोध्या में आतंकी हमले की साजिश चल रही है। अयोध्या के लिए 487 करोड़ के प्रोजेक्ट भी तैयार किए जा चुके हैं। गाजियाबाद में डकैती, नोएडा में महिला की हत्या। सुशांत राजपूत के पिता ने रिया के खिलाफ कराई है एफआईआर। खुदकुशी के लिए उकसाने का लगाया है आरोप। इसके अलावा कोरेगांव केस में दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी के एक प्रोफेसर को अरेस्ट कर लिया गया है। दंगा केस में दिल्ली पुलिस के वकीलों का पैनल जो है उसे खारिज कर दिया गया है। लेट्स नाउ मूव ऑन एंड सी व्हाट्स देयर इन द पिंक पेपर दिस मॉर्निंग, द इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स. The big story is an interview with former Deputy Governor of RBI, Viral Acharya. He has said that RBI is compromising on financial stability. That's a big statement, a big charge that he has leveled. Viral Acharya says central bank surplus liquidity stance has made the repo rate irrelevant. He has also said on paper the RBI wants to say that rate is controlled by MPC, but in execution it wants to be in control of interest rates. About PSU banks recapitalization, he said the problem is lack of fiscal discipline. We are unwilling to accept that if you want to own banks and want them to lend, you have to put up some capital. He has also spoken about the issue of surplus liquidity. Then may not be able to pay GST dues to states. This is what Centre has said. Hearing before Standing Committee on Finance. Tax collections have plunged due to COVID, says Centre. Opposition members are demanding a discussion on the issue of economy. A study has suggested that 57% in Mumbai slums had virus. An estimated 57% in people in Mumbai slums had been exposed to coronavirus, and they have recovered as well. So that's a positive news coming. And former Finance Secretary Subhash Garg has said that February 2018 circular created rift between Finance Ministry and the RBI. He's mentioned that Mr. Arun Jaitley tried to make dialogue happen. Unfortunately, when this did not take place, the government had to invoke something where the consultation can take place. Then 5G prices may be cut to offer relief to telecom operators. Investors won't get credit of share sale for new trade. This practice to end on 31st of August. New norms, including upfront collection of margins before trading, will inconvenience clients. This is what some experts have said. Lastly, stock surge on some positive global cues. So that's about the Economic Times this morning. Let's talk about the boost that Indian Air Force is going to get today onwards. My colleague Pradeep Datta is joining us this morning. Pradeep, good morning. First batch of 5 Rafale jets will finally be reaching Ambala today.
Yes, Hina, it's not good morning for us, but it's good morning for each and every Indian, because each and every Indian had been waiting for this day at a time when China is trying to flex its muscle along the line of actual control, and Pakistan is trying to fish in troubled water by escalating situation along line of control. Induction of these 5 Rafale jets is not only going to give strategic deterrence edge to Indian Air Force, but also going to bolster air defense and boost combat capability, because this is considered to be one of the deadly flying machine. And I'm outside Ambala Air Base, which is going to house this deadly flying machine. Why it is considered to be deadly flying machine? Because it is armed with deadly weapon like meteor missile. So far as air-to-air combat is concerned, it is considered to be one of those deadliest weapon which has got a range of about 100 kilometers to 120 kilometers. That means there is no escape zone for any enemy aircraft if Rafale is in front of them. And the second thing is that it is equipped with the Scalp cruise missile. It is again air-to-land missile. For example, let me explain the viewers. Last time when the Operation Balakot was carried out, that time Indian Air Force had to go deep inside Pakistan territory and to decimate Jaish-e-Mohammed headquarters. But now with Rafale jet, with Indian Air Force, from Indian airspace only, they can fire missile, and with that missile, they can destroy any of the fortified structure in Pakistan side. So that's one of the reasons that this Rafale jet is going to send shivers down the spine, because it has got advanced avionics, it has got sensors, it has got, in fact, electronic warfare system. That means it can prevent jamming by adversaries. It is a kind of a stealth bomber. It's going to increase their combat capabilities. For quite some time, India had been waiting for that, because Indian Air Force was handicapped so far as long-range missile system was concerned, because there was hardly any aircraft that could be mounted with the long-range air-to-air or air-to-ground missile system, because they had to come in contact with the adversary, and that way it was really very dangerous, because Pakistan had F-16. But now with this Rafale airjet, supersonic airjet, which is called the Omni-Roll airjet, because it's something which is prepared for all kind of mission. And you can see this here, in fact, this Air Force station where I am standing, it is geared for this occasion, because anytime after 12:30 p.m., this Rafale airjet, which is called the Beauty and Beast, is going to touch airbase. And
Yes.
this is a very old, this is one of the oldest airbase, a testimony to several historic moments so far as the Indian military aviation is concerned. And it was Nirmaljeet Singh Sikho, the only squadron to will Paramveer Chakra, had been from this Ambala airbase. I'm feeling very delighted to be part of this occasion and report 4 times now that a significant moment and a significant day for each and every Indian. Once this Beauty and Beast is going to touch the airbase, I'm sure that it's going to make millions of Indians skip their heartbeat.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Pradeep, for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. We'll, of course, be coming back to you for more on this big story of the day. Meanwhile, politics over Rafale is still continuing. Digvijay Singh, senior Congress leader, has put out a tweet, and I quote, "एक रफाल की कीमत कांग्रेस सरकार ने 786 तय की थी, लेकिन चौकीदार महोदय कई बार संसद में और संसद के बाहर भी मांग करने के बावजूद आज तक एक रफाल कितने में खरीदा है ये बताने से अभी तक बच रहे हैं। क्यों? क्योंकि चौकीदार जी की चोरी उजागर हो जाएगी। चौकीदार जी अब तो उसकी कीमत बता दें." अनकोट। गोविंद इज नाउ जॉइनिंग अस ऑन द ब्रॉडकास्ट मोर ऑन दिस। गोविंद, गुड मॉर्निंग। यही एक मुद्दा था लोकसभा इलेक्शन से पहले, लेकिन हमने देखा कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट में इस मामले में किस तरह का फैसला आया था, जनता ने किस तरह का जवाब दिया कांग्रेस पार्टी के इस कैंपेन को। लेकिन अभी भी आज जब पहला सेट ऑफ रफाल आएगा भारत में, अभी भी इस तरह के सवाल कांग्रेस पार्टी की तरफ से आ रहे हैं। Govind. Okay, we'll try and go across to Govind in just a bit, but that's the tweet that has been put out by Digvijay Singh, senior Congress leader, who is trying to ask the government about the price of Rafale and trying to suggest that the government is hiding information. Once again, Congress party repeating the Chokidar jibe on a day when 5 Rafale jets are arriving in India. All right, let's now move on and talk about the Delhi edition of the Times of India and the newspaper show. My colleague Kangana is joining us this morning. Kangana, good morning. On the front page, the Delhi edition of Times of India has reported that Arvind Kejriwal government wants gyms and metro back in unlock phase 3.
Well, of course, Hina, the Delhi government is now working on the fact that what are the activities that they can open in Unlock 3. And as you noticed, restaurants and malls were opened in the last Unlock 2, and which is why they have been saying that how there has been not only a huge financial loss, but all these owners of gyms, hotels, and Delhi Metro, they have had to bear the huge financial losses, and their entire livelihood has also been affected by the closure of these activities for the last 4 months. And which is why we have been seeing in news many a times where there have been thoughts about opening Delhi Metro, but the government was not really prepared for it. But finally, the Delhi government is now contemplating that to open the gyms and hotels, along with that, they should also open the Delhi Metro, because all these services have been suspended for the last 4 months, and it has incurred a lot of huge financial loss to their owners.
Thank you very much, Kangana, for the moment for joining us with all of those details. Let's now move on and talk about the Kolkata edition of the Times of India. Bengal has decided to go for total lockdown for about 7 days in the month of August. That's something that the Kolkata edition of the Times of India this morning is leading with. Teachers' Day target for schools, colleges, if all is well. And that's another plan that the Bengal government has got. Bengal set to implement 10% poor quota in educational institutions. That's about the Kolkata edition. As far as Bengaluru edition of the Times of India is concerned, here the big story is Karnataka is expected to tell High Court it's prepared to hold CET on 30th and 31st of July. Government is going to take a call after court's decision in this particular case today. Tipu's out of textbooks, so are Vijayanagar and Constitution. Both Karnataka government and panel deny any role in the revision that has become a big story in Karnataka. Moving on, and let's take a look at the Chennai edition of the Times of India. The big story is that how here the number of cases have started rising. TN bus services are likely to begin from 1st of August, even though all details, all guidelines for Unlock Phase 3 haven't really been released, but several states are now looking at easing more restrictions in the new phase of Unlock that's going to begin from 1st of August. In Tamil Nadu specifically, bus services could resume. That's what the Times of India has reported. Then 6,972 cases have been reported in Tamil Nadu. More doctors, nurses have tested positive. So that's about the Chennai edition of the Times of India. Let's see what's making headlines as far as the news from around the world is concerned. And here the big story is that US in throes of COVID info-war, Trump pitches for HCQ again. FB Twitter takedown post. So that's the big story that has been reported here. WHO has said that COVID one big wave and it is not seasonal. A WHO official on Tuesday described the COVID-19 pandemic as one big wave and warned against complacency in summer since the infection does not share influenza's tendency to follow seasons. Then 9 of 13 authors up for Booker are women, including PIO. For third straight year, Desi's lead in inquiring Australian citizenship. Ray of hope, scientists get closer to blood tests to diagnose Alzheimer's. And lastly, China has said that Hong Kong to end crime-related pacts with UK, Canada, as well as Australia. Let's now move on and see what's there as far as the world of sports this morning is concerned. Broad makes short work of West Indies, takes 10 wickets in match as England clinch Test series. So that's the big story that the Times of India is leading with. And apart from this, Ashwin wants runs disallowed if non-striker backs up too far. Spinner Ravichandran Ashwin wants technology to be used to track the batsman at the non-striker's end who is backing up too far, which he believes is an unfair advantage for the batting side. So that's about the latest from the world of sports. With this, it's a wrap. Thank you very much for staying with us here on the Newspaper Show.